All right, well, we're just going to bring in our guests here. Some troubling images there from this case. Want to bring in Judge William Dawson of the East Cleveland Municipal Court and Civil Rights Attorney Joe Richardson. Thank you both for joining me. And Joe Richardson, you're a civil rights attorney. What do you make of this so far and seeing these images that we just saw from the cornfield?
Boy, these are some terrible, terrible images. And it just reminds you that as attorneys, we go back and forth and we're thinking about evidence and we're thinking about, what gets on and what doesn't get on and what may happen in rebuttal. And, but you're reminded that there's a human being involved here. On the evidentiary side of things, the witness is being very methodical. Well, at least she's being taken through very methodically. There's blood found in 4 places in the trunk, and so there's a lot of surrounding evidence, if not a lot of direct evidence, that this defendant is the right one and he should be guilty. There's going to be a long road, and there's a big question as to whether or not some of the confessions will get in on rebuttal. But they're doing what they need to do from the prosecution standpoint.
All right. Well, it looks like they're taking a break here. I want to bring back in our guest, Judge William Dawson and Civil Rights Attorney Joe Richardson. Thank you both for joining me again. What are your thoughts on this? Let's just go back to the images that we've seen. Joe?
Well, I think that psychologically, when you have a body, when there was talk about there being a body, of course, right? But when you actually see it and you actually see that it was covered up not very well, it would have been found, as we know, that was part of some of the evidentiary arguments that were happening prior to the case. I just think it's devastating for the defendant because now this brings it home for the jury. This is why they're here. There's an actual body, there's an actual person, and if the evidence moves toward lining up against this defendant has a serious problem because now there is an object that's personalized to do justice toward and about. This is an actual person that was found in this, and you've got shorts laying around, you've got shoes and things like that. I just think it's very devastating for the defendant in this case.
Well, we'll have much more. We're just going to take a quick break, but stay with us. We'll be right back.